So as I was saying, the sprinklers are really important to get those roads ready. Now sometimes they get too slippery. You got to throw a little hay down. It's kind of like putting salt or sand down on a road today. But you can't have a slippery road where they're taking a corner and slide off and this whole load gets lost. That's going to take a whole day's work to get that back in order. So if you're a new guy in the camp, this might be your first job. Probably is. You'd be a road monkey. You know, those road monkeys hide in camp with teenagers who ran away from home. Showed up with nothing, had to work the first month just to get new boots and a warm jacket to wear. But a road monkey, they got a lot of work to do. The youngest of them all we sometimes called chickadees as a joke. You don't want a road apple to get in the way, getting those rudders. You guys know what a road apple is? That can slow the day. Now, here we go. Us Jacks, we get kind of tired working out in the woods all day. You might not know this, but we've been out since daybreak. It gets really hungry out there, and we got to stop and go have some lunch. But we can't go back into camp because sometimes it's miles away. So instead, we have somebody bring it out to us. And as you can see, we eat right there on the job. And we get a lot of stews and soups and boiled potatoes, stuff like that, stuff that's easy to be carried because the person that brings it out, this guy, he's got to ride this contraption called a swing dingle. Yeah, swing dingle, kind of a funny name, but you can see on here it's got our pots of food. We got wooden crates full of our dishes. Underneath here we might have some shelves and other things that we're bringing out. And this guy who helps out in the kitchen, he comes out with the food for the lunch. He's a cookie. He's a cook's assistant. Or here he is. Maybe he got a smaller amount, and maybe that axe man needs the new axe, and out he goes to deliver the food. There are other jobs in the camp you maybe have forgotten about. We got people who are blacksmiths. People got to take care of everything in the camp and make it work. And here my buddy is getting a horseshoe fitted, but anything that we need, he'd have to make those horseshoes. If a chain breaks, he's going to have to make it. And there he goes, making it up. Nice job. I found a picture in a book that looked a lot like my buddy. There he is. Yeah, that looks like him right there. That looks like Owen making that shoe for that horsey. Now, the most important job was the cook. Because if you don't have a good cook in camp, the man ain't going to stay there. That's not what they signed up for. They don't want any sort of stomach robber. They want a good cook to make them happy. And cooking is a hard job. That cook at my camp, he has these rules. Breakfast is like a mission. You get in, you fill up, and you go. And our Jacks, they got to be filled with carbohydrates because they have a long day to work. Breakfast was truly the most important meal. There's a picture of it. They sometimes call this the Tin Can Symphony because the dishes and the silverware, everything tin, cling, clang, clang, and there was no talking. Your job was to get in there and eat. You can see my cook's assistant here standing in the middle like a sore thumb. Stands out because he's wearing a white baker's coat. You couldn't keep that thing clean going out in the woods. No, that's my cookie, my cook's assistant in the camp. And here we are. Here we are in the camp itself. Got my cook's assistant look like he's doing some dishes. And then the camp cook over here. He's almost the highest paid man in the whole outfit. Only guys that are really paid more than him is the camp boss. And then it really comes down to him. Sawyers are next in line. Sometimes those decking crews with the top decker. And this guy, he doesn't really fit in the picture, does he? Because he's not wearing white. He's probably a visitor. That's probably the reason we took this picture, because it's probably somebody out of the ordinary coming to visit. Now, I want you to pause the video and answer this question when I say pause. How does